Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube and podcast, Magic Mind Medium. So we're going to go ahead and do the astrological elemental reading for today. I'd like to start off by saying that this YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes. So let's proceed. So what is in the cards for the air signs? Air signs comprise of Gemini, Libra, and Taurus. Let me pull up some information. So I just so happen to be a Gemini. So what is the significance of, or what is the dates for Zodiac, Libra, and Aquarius? Well, Gemini are the twins. They are born between May 21st and June 21st. The Libra relates to balance. They're born between September 23rd and October the 23rd. And the Aquarius, give me just a moment. Let me pull up some information. Okay, the water bearer. They're born between January the 20th and February the 18th. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to pull out these cards. I hope I don't pull the sexuality card. Seems like I keep pulling that card. We don't want to focus on that. All right, so let's proceed with the reading. All right, so for those who may be listening in or will be tuning in, it is October the 17th, so we have what is considered, and I want to say this is a super moon for today. A super moon for today. All right, confession. So for those who are in the air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, it looks as though someone has something to tell you, according to the cards. Somebody has something to tell you. So, have you asked something recently and you're wanting that to be known? I think what you should do is get you a candle um, so it can be revealed, because I think it's going to be revealed to you about something that you may have asked about. Now, let me go ahead and pull up the moon before we proceed into the reading. The full moon 2024. So, the next full moon will be on today, Thursday, October the 17th. It mentions at 7:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It says the moon will still appear full the night before and after its peak to the casual stargazer. So you have, you know, pretty much all of the day for the moon to write whatever. I'll typically say partition, but it's actually a petition or a profession or whatever you want to refer to it as, for some revelation. But it looks as though someone has something to confess to you. This is the air sign. The next card I have is challenges, making decisions, work on inner healing. So, could it very well be you have some concerns, basically what it looks like. You have some um, decisions or challenges regarding inner healing, emotionally healing, even. The next card I have is someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. So, based on this here, it looks as though this could very well be in relation to love in the love department. Have you been wondering? about your relationship, and you was wondering, is the relationship I'm in, is it real? Is it authentic? Something just don't seem right about this relationship, and I want to respect a person's um personal space. I mean, what point do you begin to become nosy, to investigate, to want to know? Well, I just put it this way. I'm not one of those people that is big on invading someone's privacy or even boundaries. But if you are in a relationship that has become sexual, um, you want to be, and there may be some doubts there, or maybe something that just doesn't seem right. I think once, particularly if the person is the one that um, came towards you, meaning they was the one that was um, not necessarily the aggressor, but the initiator. Once that person begins to make you feel or starts to exhibit actions or even behaviors that are contrary to what was the premise of the whole relationship or situation, I think in situations such as that, boundaries to a certain degree goes out the door, right? Like if you feel as though someone is not being real, like you feel as though someone is um, stepping out on you, or they may be doing some things that are not right. Um, you want to do your little bit of investigation. So let me go ahead and pull the cards and see what the cards mentions. It says, "Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun." So, could this let me know that there's some talks around your situation? If you could look at this card, this is my first time actually studying this card. You see how this person has a yes right there on their T-shirt. So, could you have had an question, and this is your answer here, but this is a yes here. I also have passion to show up, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. So I honestly feel as though you and this person do like each other. There may be some doubts there. I honestly feel as though I have the X here: breaking up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Um, so I want to say that there may be some talks around your situation, even though you are into each other. Something lets me know that it's nothing serious in it. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. I do. But I have to just read the cards as it may. I do believe there's going to be someone that's going to separate you from this mate. That's what I feel. Because this is what I have here. Let's go ahead. Let's get a little bit of, let's get a little bit of past life. I think what's going on, you may have a little bit of denial, or what have you. You know, you have some people that are in love with the idea of being in love. Um, they may see it uh, in terms of what's on TV or what have you. I have ships here, and then I have Asia. So could this very well be in regards to a long distance relationship? See that I wouldn't know. But these are the cards that I pull up. may not necessarily be of anyone's culture or even race. It could very well be a long distance situation. I do believe signs, there are some talks around or even signs around that make you a little bit suspicious, but I do feel as though it's not nothing serious. It's what pretty much what the cards are letting me know. Let me get a little bit more into depth. Don't be so hard on yourself when it does break away, because oftentimes God knows best, right? So if you do what you're supposed to do and you remain humble as a person, you know, today is October the 17th. We have a full moon. So you may want to say a prayer to God to reveal these things. And that's basically what's going to happen. When you begin to have doubts, don't be surprised when it presents itself right before your eyes. It's going to be just like you watching a movie, if that makes sense to you. Oh my gosh. Sometimes we tend to forget about some things that we may have prayed about. Like we may have prayed to receive revelation, and then when it presents itself, we deny it. Don't deny it in this situation, because the God knows best. Oftentimes, when you get those, when you're prompted, I want to say, when you're prompted for insight about um, love or whoever you are in a commitment with, sometimes this is God forewarning you prior to. All right, so I have failure here. So something lets me know that it's basically in the chords that it's not going to work. If you can see that there, it's basically in the chords that it's not going to work. Um, Pray that you are able to see, if that makes sense to you, because many people don't get the opportunity to see. You know, some people feel as though God doesn't answer their prayers, or it doesn't acknowledge their prayers. So do um, be thankful that He's putting things right before your eyes. The seven here is what's on this card. It's in relation to insight, spirituality, and contemplation. So I do believe that is your sign. I have science here. Science, as you can see, the snake, and it has the number six, harmony, community, cooperation. Um, so basically, based on the fact that I have science to show up here, I think that the breaking away is for your better good. This person could be something may not be there with them that would be helpful to you. It may be harmful to you, if that makes sense. All right. So again, this podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. I'm gonna pull out two of the thoughts, faith, and belief cards. One and two. Yeah, if you are dealing with someone that, God forbid, may have a terminal disease, they can possibly spread to you. You know, you want to pay attention to your instincts. Just saying. Um, so as we have here the three of wands, let me go ahead and proceed to pull out my cheat sheet. All right, so the three of wands mentions teamwork, commerce, expansion, and travel. I think the key word here is travel or moving on. Because like I have the separation here, um, and you see how this card here is like somebody is in a has these two animals behind, and it's like this person is seeing an illusion or what have you. So, and you see all these symbols around here. So I think that's a representation of you need to see what God puts before you. And I'll be honest about it. I'm gonna tell you something. Some people are able to see it in the spiritual sense. I had an incident that happened some years ago. Prior to me having my children. And I began to question what I was saying was real. It was an incident where it was two people standing in the street and it was going off and they were screaming. The man was so upset. And I can't remember if he was brandishing a gun or whatever the case may be, but he knocked it was a baby in a woman's hand, and he knocked the baby down. The baby tumbled and rolled on the street. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, is this real or what is this? See, I was sitting in another dimension. You'll be surprised as to who can see in another dimension. You may think that's funny, but I'm not playing. God does give us the ability to see in another spectrum, another dimension. And that's the God's truth. I am not crazy. I'm not mentally ill. Sometimes I get challenged. Depending on what time of the month it is, how many cigarettes I smoked, or what have you. But I'm here. I'm here. So we have this here scare. Something lets me know that you are afraid. You see how this kind of looks like a scarecrow? I have 2 of wands. You may be exhibiting some fear. It said waiting for the results, make a choice, travel plans. I think this fear that you have is in relation to something health or science related. You see how this right here has the snake, and then you see these 2 swords, and then you got the heart there, and it's like piercing through the swords. Yeah. So I'm saying this to say, oftentimes when things are not favorable for you, and it summons the divinity, the divine God into your space to give you some clarity about what's going on with this situation. Don't be surprised when it presents itself in a dimension. Like other people may not be able to see it, but God will enlighten you to where you can see it. Similarly to when I mentioned about enchantment or enchanted spirits, like you will begin to see in a different sensibility. Some people may even consider you to be crazy, like something is wrong with you, but you're not. Nothing is wrong with you. People just have shielded you from seeing how God truly works. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull out. Let's see. I'm not going to do any family history because this is the air signs. But don't be surprised when you start seeing things that seems mystical or magical. That is the truth. Mystical or even magical. Let's get your healing energy oracle. That's for the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius signs. Yeah, so I honestly feel as though this situation that you are in regarding your love, it's going to be a breaking away, but it's going to be in your favor, and you're going to be able to see. You may not be able to see it now because as we stand right now, I do feel as though you That could be a sexual passion that you have with this person that you are dealing with right now, and it may be hard for you to break away from that. That's understandable, but something lets me know that something is going to happen down the road, and God is going to show you what He covered you from. Is what I feel. Harmony. This is your healing energy oracle. Harmony. I'm open. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God, thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. So you want to be in accordance to what is right. When you begin to get sidetracked and start getting doubts, maybe those doubts are warranted. Maybe that's your intuition. And God will show you in the long haul. He will show you in the long haul what He prevented from you. If that makes sense. Just take it and just go with it. All right, so let me get these two cards here. I love and light and twin flame card. All right, so I'm just gonna pull one of each of these cards. I almost forgot to pull these cards, to be honest with you. Let's see. I do aspire to get some more cards in the near future. Let's grab some more information for the air signs. All right, so we want harmony. You're open to harmony right now because I think you and when I say harmony, you want to be in tune with God because oftentimes when He shows us something, you'll just know it, right? So you'll have those who don't know, who is not for, to try to dissuade you from what God is going to show you. So it says it's time to be adventurous and play. The flowers are springing up. The season of singing birds has come, and the cooling of turtle doves fills the air. Song of Solomon 2:12. The next card I have here it mentions 7:7. Heal the abandonment. Time to forgive. So I think this forgiveness is going to come for you because I honestly feel as though you're going to be feeling a lot of shame once revelation comes to you about this situation. You know, a lot of people die from a broken heart. When realization has come to you about what you're dealing with, many people die because of shame, a broken heart. Simply because of a broken heart, a shame related to their feelings, something that they, when you was in your feelings, and revelation had to come to you, and it's a very disheartening thing to deal with, right? Peace. So we want to pray for peace. Peace be unto you. It says, Archangel Shamiel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. All right, so that is the end of my astrological elemental reading for this week. If you're wanting a reading, um, you could comment below. Until then, have a second wonderful day.